So I wanted to tell you a quick story and the next, for your advice on it. So yesterday I got fired from my job for being a racist. And this is how it happened. Can you hear me?
Yes. Paul, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
So I wanted to tell you a quick story and the next, for your advice on it. So yesterday I got fired from my job for being a racist. And this is how it happened. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So this is what happened. So I work at a law firm. And this Friday, there's this black guy at work. He's always coming to my office. We would talk. He said he liked talking to me. I thought we were friends, So I was going to go home this Friday. It was a long day. I was going to go home. But he comes in the office. He's like, oh, we're going to the bar. Come hang out. What are you going to do at home? I'll just come hang out. My guy's fine. So I go with like 7 other coworkers. I go to the bar. And I go like every other week. I usually don't even like going because I don't like hanging out with people at work because you got to be careful what you say. And you drink. If you say something, people get, you never know. So I usually don't like going. But he keeps asking, I would go. People would ask me, I would go. So I went this Friday. And we're sitting at a table, like 7 of us. And something came up. He was like, he had a hood on, and some girl goes, oh, he looks like Yoda. And I said, oh, because he had like a big baggy hood on or whatever. I said, he looks like a ghetto Yoda. And she goes, that's racist. I was like, racist racism is not even a problem. It doesn't exist. Just use it to divide us. It's just, is it right or wrong? It's just like, is it good or evil? Things like that. That's what I said. And then he got mad at that. And then he brought up, oh, do you support, Donald Trump? I was like, yeah. And I was like, I didn't want to say. I did say yeah. And then he kind of asked, oh, so you think that guy on the train, that he deserved to die? That guy in the Jordan Neely? I said, not that he didn't deserve to die, but he didn't mean to kill him, and he was on the train threatening people with violence, so he was trying to defend himself, and it happened. And then he's like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I said, all right, fine, no big deal, And then the next day, yesterday, I come into work, and had a long day. I was doing a bunch of depositions. I'm working hard. It's 5 o'clock. The HR person comes into the office. I heard that you said something racist. You said something, inappropriate. She's like, what happened? And I said exactly what happened. And then, what I just told you. And he said, oh, another thing you said, too. I said, because he lives in Brooklyn, this guy, he brought up that I said, be careful in Brooklyn. He wanted to get a nice car. I said, no, you got to be careful. Like, in Brooklyn, you're having a nice car. They target you, And he took that as racist as well. I assumed, I guess he lived in the bad neighborhood. But I assumed, like, pretty much all Brooklyn to me is dangerous. Doesn't matter where you live, So I was like, no, I was just trying to tell him to be careful. I was like, I don't even have a nice car because I don't want to be a target. And I try to, like, not be flashy, how people are nowadays. And then so I explained real quick the story. I couldn't even believe that I was even having to say this. Nothing to do with my job. A minute later, the managing attorneys, this HR woman comes into my office. I'm like, is this the exit interview? Like, unfortunately, yes. You've been fired immediately. No notice. I had to just walk out, just leave at that moment. Because he was scared, because I guess he has black clients, and he was scared that I would say something. I don't know. That's maybe now, this guy worked there for like 5 years, so and he's like the assistant to the boss. And I just got to the job like 3 or 4 months ago. So I was new to the job. And they took his side right away. And that was it. Didn't even give me they walked me out. I didn't overreact. I just said, I can't believe it. I was like, all right, I guess I should leave right now. They said, yeah, leave. I said, okay. So as I'm walking out, one of the attorneys had to walk me downstairs. And he said they won't try to destroy my career, that they'll I could use, he gave me his number to use as a reference, for future job interviews, But just, I guess, an example of the kind of world we live in, you know, you can't say anything. Like, I know you shouldn't say anything at work, you know, but he kind of let my guard down because I thought these people were my friends. We would go out a lot, you know. I thought these people were my friends, and I could kind of speak my mind, you know, be myself.
And why did you think they were your friends?
Because we would go and hang out, you know, after work, and we would talk at the office, and he would come into my office and talk to me, and he told me he liked talking to me.
This is a black guy, right? A black guy, right?
A black guy. And he used to come to my office. Yeah.
And why did you think that he was your friend?
Because of the way he kind of talked to me. Right? I thought, and then we would hang out one night. We were at the bar late until like 1 a.m, and I bought him something. You know, I was like, oh, if we went to the deli, I bought him the food, and we were hanging out. And he just seemed like he liked me, you know?
And that made you think that he was your friend?
Right. That made me think he was my friend. Exactly.
And what have you heard about thoughts?
What have I heard about thoughts?
What have you heard me say about thoughts?
Don't ever believe a thought. Every thought is a lie.
That's right. And why did you believe that thought that told you that he was your friend?
Right. 'Cause I wanted to.
No, that was a question.
Because I don't know. Because I guess I wanted. Maybe I wanted to, you know, want to have some friends.
Why?
Right?
Why do you want to have friends?
Right, exactly.
No, that was a question.
And you want to be liked, right? You want to have, you know, you want to be at work.
Why do you want to be liked?
Right.
No, there was another question.
My own personal type of, like my own vanity and ego, I guess.
Yeah, think about it. This is a lesson for you. You thought that it was a friend. You want to be liked. You want friends. And as a result of that, you ended up dealing with devils, calling them friends. All thoughts are all lies all the time. And so if you overcome those thoughts, you would never want for a friend. And that way you would never be set up like that again.
Right.
You still believe in thought. Why don't you overcome thoughts?
I know.
No, that was another question.
Why don't I overcome thoughts?
Yes.
I'm weak, and I've been given into them my whole life, and I can't. I don't know how to change quickly, and it's a slow, drawn-out process, and it seems like I have to go through a lot to even get to that point.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
No. I do it.
What's happening? What the?
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I do it in the morning. I do it every morning. I make time for it. It's at night that I will not do it, or I would do it like not as consistently at night. You know.
And so, how will you overcome thoughts? Thoughts are spirits, evil spirits, right? How will you overcome that if you don't be still and let the light cause you to overcome the darkness? How would that happen if you don't be still and let go?
Right. It won't happen. It won't happen.
And so you love your hell?
No, I don't.
And then if you didn't love your hell, why don't you overcome it?
I will. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna work on it.
And
I have to do it.
Yeah. That is an amazing story, but that's what human beings are doing to one another in this country today because they're angry. And I want to encourage you to do the silent prayer so you can overcome the false need of the world. It's not out there in the world. It's not in people. And as long as you need them, I want friends, I want love, I want this and I want that, you're setting yourself up to be destroyed by people because people are evil. Human beings are evil.
I wasn't even going to go to the bar. I was going to go home, and he asked me to come.
He set you up.
He set me up.
Because
go.
He knew that you needed him emotionally.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't.
If I didn't care what people think, I would have just went home.
And you right. That's right. But you have a need for them, and you couldn't go home. You went to get your need fulfilled.
Exactly. I let the thoughts convince me, and I knew I shouldn't have. My gut was telling me go home. You know.
Yeah.
And then I let the thoughts say, go to the bar. You know, what are they going to think? They're going to be mad at you.
Yeah.
They're not going to like you if you don't go.
You listen to the devil, man.
And then the boss, this guy,
there's no such thing as,
you know, he's trying to protect himself.
There is no such thing as friends or a friend. That's just another thought, another idea that is straight out of hell. Friendship doesn't exist.
So now, exactly.
So
now I'm.
Now you what?
So now I applied to like 20 jobs on Indeed and like ZipRecruiter, applying to jobs. I'm trying to, you know.
Can you start your own law business or doing law on your own? Can you do something like that?
I don't know how I would even start.
One step at a time.
Begin.
Don't you know how to be a lawyer?
I do know how to be a lawyer.
And don't you know how to be the kind of lawyer that you are?
I don't know how to get clients.
Let them know you exist.
I got to do like advertisements or something.
Start with the world that is around you, your friends, your family members, and others. I'm a lawyer. If you need my service, here I am. And one client will come, and you'll do well by that client, and then another one will come, and another one. Just taking one step at a time, and don't try to be like anyone else. Don't believe people when they say, "Oh, you need this and you need that. You got to be this." No, you don't. You just keep it simple, and do your thing. Have you read the 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide?
I have read it. I do have it.
Well, but why don't you do what it says? Then you would never think that you can't do it, or you can. You just do it.
Right.
This is an opportunity for you to become independent.
That's what it is. I can't. The past year, I worked at a law firm for like 7 years.
Yeah.
And then I left like in January of like 2022. And since that time, I've had now three different jobs.
Well, and now it's time for you to do your own thing. And don't let thoughts tell you that you can't. And don't let thoughts tell you that you can. Don't let thoughts compare you to others. Don't let thoughts make it difficult. Keep it simple and grow into it. Right. You'll be surprised what happens.
How do you pay the bills in the meantime?
I'm sorry?
How do I pay the bills in the meantime?
With money?
That's a tough part. Yeah, I have money saved.
Yeah.
I know.
So why are you worried about the bills?
Right.
See, you listen to thoughts again. Oh, if you do that, how are you going to pay the bills?
Right.
Do the prayer, Paul, so you can see your way out of the darkness.
Thank you.
All right. I wish you well, man.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.